Peace, love, and perfect timing to you all. This is Poseidon of Deep Astrology. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk about deep astrology, where we talk about astrological alignments, moods, transits. I'm an intuitive psychic tarot reader. I've been practicing tarot for about a year. Now, over a year. Yeah, it'll be about a year. Come September, where I've practiced tarot, meditation, a little bit longer than meditation, actually, and practicing mysticism, practicing generating new psychic awareness. You know, all of the work that I do is pretty much healing work. It's been self-healing. It's been very dramatic in my inner room, very dramatic inner room for me, very, very cathartic experience. So I'm just here on YouTube sharing my experience and also wanting to add to other people's flavor. You know, I'm wanting to add some hot sauce, you know, some lemon pepper to your already, you know, cooked, informing meal. So I'm here just to inform and to add to the collective consciousness. So this is going to be for the moon in Pisces, which the moon entered Pisces yesterday. Today is the 20th. Yesterday was the 19th. So somewhere in the middle of the night, the moon made its entrance into Pisces, creating a mood shift. You know, this is a mood. This is a mood. Moon in Pisces is a mood. There is a particular mood. There's a particular vibe. There's a particular frequency that is becoming established. Like there's just, you know, this deep fluidity, you know, this deep, I'm hearing it as a regression, this deep, I'm hearing parchment, this deep patch. I'm hearing it as a patch, like a patch of land, or almost like a land that has kind of like a caved in land, like a hole. This is the image I'm getting. I mean, like an oasis, okay? An oasis. I'm hearing oasis. So, you know, the moon in Pisces, you know, it's going to make a sextile, or it's making a sextile to Uranus. It's making sextiles to Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn. And I'm hearing in my head, I'm seeing in my head seatbelt, accelerator. I'm hearing dead spot. I'm hearing dead. I'm seeing the word dead end, and I'm also seeing accelerator. I'm seeing seatbelt. Something to do with time, something to do with speed, something to do with very scientific, chemical proportions here. And you know, I'm going to say it like this. This is what I'm going to say about the moon in Pisces today. So this is my 12th house. So this is my hidden room. This is imprisonment. This is where I'm the most insecure when it has to do with faith. So Pisces, being the 12th house of the zodiac, deals with our faith. It deals with our undoing. It deals with the unraveling of all of life's mysteries. You know, Pisces represents the time of old age, death. It's that evolutionary phase of being reborn, but also being undone. Institutions, hospitals, prisons, psych wards, all those things associated with the realm of Pisces. Really things that are unseen, but create the tempo for everything that are unseen, but create the template and the tempo for everything around us. Movies, music, television, all the illusions, all the deceptive gadgets in our life, the deceptive means. And it's very important that you guys hear that I say it like that, the deceptive means, because when you say things like deceptive means, you know, I don't believe me personally, that all the time, I think it's the phrase of the means justifies the end, or the ends justify the means. Some people won't agree with that. Like, some people won't agree with the fact that, okay, the end justifies the means. But sometimes the end does justify the means. So how do I break that down? When you're in a situation where you're struggling with other people involved, right? And you find opportunity, say everyone around you is like unsettled, very unbalanced, no sense of self, no sense of future. Say, these are like your family members or your friends or people that you grew up with, colleagues, things like that. Or just in any situation. I'm going somewhere with this. But there's one person in the group who knows a little bit of everything, who has a little bit of know-how, who understands real life. You understand what I'm saying? And I guess I'm talking from personal experience, in the sense that, I, at one point in my life, was very unaware, very, very unaware of the world around me. I had a very, very limited but powerful perspective, a powerful but limited perspective about the world around me, which then in turn created a false imagery of myself as a man, as a black man, as a human being, being domesticated here in America, being domesticated, period, being completely tied and subservient to a construct that was not of my own making, but I vibrated with. And I had been patterned and shaped and molded after these broken pathologies. And through that, I had to go through a lot of very stressful times, a lot of very frustrating times, mostly within myself, not with everyone else, not with people that, I thought maybe could have helped me or supposed to help me or should have helped me. I had to go through it alone, and that's why I know that it was all for a reason, because only I could go through that and come out of it with the perspective I did. So basically what I'm saying is, I guess with this moon in Pisces, the next couple of days, we're going to have the moon in Pisces up until the 21st in the night. And, this is the realm of the hidden. This is the realm of our subconscious. And I think out of these fables and tales that we tell ourselves, we have to come to a point of some type of truth, some type of definition that we can relate to and that we can start to build upon. I know that me in particular, the last 2 years for me my whole life has been a faith walk, but the last 2 years for me definitely has shown me and placed me in situations where I've had to truly trust my gut, trust my intuition, and completely be blinded to the reality and operate completely on faith. At the same time, still being very aware of the reality, but being blinded to my path. You understand? Having to sense my path. So, again, the moon is going to be making sextiles to Pluto and Saturn. So there's some very, hard hitting truths that we finally need to coagulate, conform to, because the moon is going to come out of Pisces and go into Aries. And that's going to be like the completion into a new cycle. This is very significant because by the time that the moon goes into Aries, it'll be Sunday going into Monday. So that'll be the beginning of a brand new week. And we're going to be starting off Monday, which is Moon Day, Sunday into Monday, and a brand new moon cycle in Aries, which is the first sign. So there's a renewed sense of purpose and passion that's going to be brought out of this moon transit. We're going to get an opportunity to really move within ourselves and really do some, not final healing work, but do some very, very definitive healing work where we can be done away with stuff forever, like things that have been plaguing us in our mind, things that have been plaguing us in our psyche, in our intuition. Psychic attack is very, very real. I have my selenite wand here with me, so I'm going to be waving this around just a little bit, adding some healing dimension, adding a healing coating where we can filter through desert rose for perception, and aragonite for stability. So both of these correspond, the aragonite corresponds with Capricorn, and the desert rose corresponds with Scorpio. So some very, very informative, intuitive, self-initiating vessels. That is what I believe we are coming out to be. You know, the moon is also going to make a trine to the North Node. So destiny, there's new comfort levels rising, you know. We're becoming more comfortable within the vessel that we're creating. You know, we're deconstructing up a certain format, and you know, it's almost this feeling of having to parent yourself, you know, to do the adult thing just because it needs to be done. Now, when I say adult thing, you know, I put that in quotations because what is that anyway, right? But nonetheless, doing the adult thing sometimes is just, you know, you really can't sit up and cry about your life. You know what I'm saying? You can acknowledge for a while. We need our grieving processes. We need to go through transition. But at some point, and this is what Cancer season is teaching us, we have to move forward. We got to put on our big girl, big boy panties on, big boy drawers on, excuse me, you guys. And we got to take it for the team. Sometimes you got to take an L for the team. I guess that's what I'm saying, is sometimes the ends of a situation does justify the means. You know, the outcome, you know, if you went through a terrible situation within the past year, within the last 2 years, a year, a couple of years, but you learned a lesson from it, you can then make the choice to say that the ends justify the means, because what I got out of it was so much greater. What if I hadn't have went through that situation? You understand what I'm saying? So compassion. This moon in Pisces is going to really teach us deeper compassion. We need it. We need it so bad right now. We need compassion in order to renew our passion for living. Father of Swords. The right information and timing. The Father of Swords has knowledge of information, the building, the structure, the information of it, how it all works. He's wholly informed, whole in his being, sovereign. Desktop. I'm hearing desktop pain. It's very, very, it's like I said, this is the energy of Aquarius, even Libra, but it's about righteousness. It's about putting something on lockdown based off of the morals and principles that you set. You know the way. You know what the fuck is going on. You're the leader. There's leadership involved. There's commanding. There's sovereignty. So we're all needing to have a clear head. The work that's being done in us right now it can't be performed in our head. It can't be performed intellectually. That's why we need to clear out our minds and come to a definite point of truth, so that the work that God is doing in us, it can just be performed without any inhibition or prohibition from our carnal thinking. And what did I say about Libra? We got justice right here. So that's Libra's card. A lot of righteous morality, moral standing. This is about truth and coming into your own personal power by understanding your own personal truth, by, I'm keep hearing this word, coagulating. Almost this sense of merging, like, you know, like this, there's going to be this submergence and emergence. It's like, you know, positive and negative charges meeting together, you know, opposites attract, you know. We attract what we need. We attract what we want, but we also attract what we need. we attract what we need. And then we have the Strength card coming out. Hallelujah. Lion King just came out yesterday. So determination, a focus, mastership. I mean, possession is imminent this year, you guys. Possession, faith, love, and luck. And then we have the Six of Wands coming out, which speaks, this is very lucky to me. Like, you made it out safe. You're stepping into your own personal power by explaining your own personal vision to yourself, to other people. You're determining destiny by your own personal configuration, mastership, holiness, acceptance. This is all about acceptance and being brave, courageous, expanding. You know, this is huge energy right here for this moon in Pisces. You know, for some of you, it's about cutting off relationships. For some of you, it's about going your own way. For some of you, it's deciding not to hold back your flame anymore, not to hold back, you know, to create your own personal vision. The Justice card comes in. Some of you could be dealing with law, court cases, you know, something to do with paperwork. You know, you got to take care of some business as well. There's business that needs to be taken care of. And it has to end in your mind. Like everything, this moon in Pisces is going to help us to have enough compassion for ourselves and one another to where stuff can just be ended in our mind. Like things that we were defending on the low, you know, in our minds. Things are coming to a head-on collision, you know, breakthroughs. I'm hearing rat-tat-tat-tat. It's something to do about timing too. It's like everyone right now is on the edge of their seats. Everyone is in that Plutonian, Saturnian type of kind of structure, you know what I'm saying, and feeling rigid. There's this rigidity, you know, even though these are very positive cards, which really says that we're being influenced by this is like major new beginnings and major new awareness, like major new beginnings and major new awareness. This is happening globally. This is happening sonically. This is about attuning to a higher frequency, a higher vibration, and holding your place, becoming a stakeholder in something, you know, knowing. This is about your knowing. This is about conscious shifts. So the moon, as soon as it comes out of Pisces, is going to be making trines to Mars, and it's going to be like rocket ships, hang glides, you know, hang glides. And then the Ten of Swords. This has been a fan favorite of Spirit because Spirit is tired. You know, our minds are tired of holding on to dead weight that doesn't work anymore. But the Justice and the Strength card coming out, man. Let me talk about y'all. The Lion King, that lion, that sovereignty, that talent that you have. There's something that you have, something that you possess inside, something that you enjoy. Something almost secret and hidden. I'm hearing postulate. I keep hearing like these math figures, like postulates and exponents. Posture. Posture. This is all about posture. You know, having a stable posture. You know, keeping fit, keeping up to date. You know what I'm saying? Keeping a very level head. So how can I make this more practical for you guys? How can I make it more practical? You know. The Father of Swords is saying, you know the answer. The answer to that question within your soul is the truth. It's you. It's you. It's all you. So right now I'm going to target this to your third eye. I'm going to extract whatever negativity and blockages is keeping you from living into your highest potential. Cleaning it off. Direct that energy. This is about becoming the director and the defender and the definer of your own life, your own limits of your own relationships, your own talents, defining your own self, defining your own new sense of self, a new sense of creative motive. One that's really built on integrity. You know, Father of Swords is knowledgeable, prophetic, has great integrity. knows the message that he wants to portray, knows the message, knows the content. So, stick to your guns, for all of you who are walking a walk of righteousness and morality, establishing new moral conquest in your life. It can seem like you're walking a fine line, but you're being kept by spirit. This is a spiritual move. And there is help. There is help on the way for those who deserve it. That's another thing. Justice card, you always get what you deserve. Whatever you deserve. Not what someone else says you deserve, but whatever you deserve, you get. Two of Pentacles. Partnership. So some of you deserve to take on more work, to really, really exclaim your skills, to become more flexible, to adapt, to balance, to mature. You're maturing into a new creation, and so that's requiring you to be more balanced, more level-headed, more synced, more solid. Because with the two, there's more of a focus and even an initiation feeling. There's more potential to hold light. There's more potential to hold more weight, to balance home and family, partnerships, new car, new job, new business opportunity, new skill sets opening up. I'm feeling closely into partnerships though. And last but not least, Ten of Pentacles and Father of Cups. Ten of Pentacles reversed. Patience. Patience. For some of you as well, patience and a more well-rounded approach. Like, just a more well-rounded approach. Like, don't walk around thinking you know everything. Don't walk around with arrogance, because that is not the way to do it. You can do things clean and clear. Like, you can end relationships clean. You don't have to end it, in a bad way. It doesn't have to be chaos, What the Ten of Pentacles upside down tell me that there is potential for chaos. There is potential for some bombs to be dropped. There is potential for endings. I'm hearing slow endings, but new beginnings. But Father of Cups and Father of Swords is going to end things clean. And a moral, much more righteous, much more indwelling, much more digested state of being. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Father of Pentacles. So yeah, I mean, independence, charged up intentions. I mean, the moon in Pisces is just going to be really taking us through, getting us over that hump. I'm hearing that song, that line from that movie with Bow Wow. What's it called? I think it's called not Roller Skates, but it's like Skate Crew or something like that. With Bow Wow, he takes place in the 70s, and Bow Wow, he got a skate crew. And then I'm hearing there's a joke that one of them made that said, "I'll be skating my way to freedom, 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 freedom." So there is a need to be stable. There is a need to have a very more open-minded perception, not to think you know everything. That's Mercury doing its retrograde in Cancer. It came out of Leo, and now it's at 29 degrees of Cancer. So we need to make decisions and act and communicate from a more intensive, a much more necessity, much more founded, much more intuitive, guided, divine, integral, like integrity-based way. This is not a time for just petty small talk or just to be around people just for the hell of it. This is a time to really do things purposefully. So this moon in Pisces is going to help us to flush out all of the mess. Before I did this reading, I was pulling cards like Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, very, very like powerlessness, very, very debris, just being caught up and choking on smoke. And look, as I talk about it, look what came out. Ten of Swords. And then the Six of Wands came out though. Liberate yourself by acting in your highest light. Show yourself approved. It's time to operate in a new paradigm. It's time to smell the roses. So Psychic senses. Psychic senses. Psychic senses. Psychic censorship. Don't pollute what you are based off of someone else's opinion. Don't pollute what you are based off of someone else's opinion. Step into that butterfly that you are. Step into that power. Step out of that muck, because that all was to make you brave. So when I get this card, I think about stepping into personal power, success, recognition from others, luck, harmony, the sun, beauty, balance. Honor yourself and honor your own skills. This is the time to honor the divine in you. So I wanted to give y'all this quick read for the moon in Pisces. I believe it's going to be very, very metaphysical. And thank y'all for rocking with the channel. For those who have been, I have some new things coming in the works. I'm working on getting brand new equipment to be able to do these videos. It's all coming together. I want to thank y'all for rocking with me as long as y'all have, which has been a few months. But it's been beautiful to be able to share my experience and to talk about these metaphysical things. And I think I just realized that I'm a metaphysicist. Wow. Okay, you all. Peace, love, and blessings.